to Let's Talk with Cynthia. I am excited on tonight. I'm giving everybody time to come on. I see you coming in. Share, let everybody know that we have a special guest that's on tonight. We are celebrating women in business. Tonight we have Tanya Camper, and she is going to just share some incredible things on tonight. I need all of you ladies. Come on. Let's come on in the room. I see all y'all getting on. I see you coming in. I want to say hi to you as you're getting on. Hi, Chantel. How are you? How are you doing as everybody's getting on? I just want you to share. Let everybody know right now that Let's Talk with Cynthia is on. Please share with your friends, share with your family, so that we can really get started on tonight. I am excited. I'm excited to see everybody as you're coming in. What a great time that we're going to have tonight. I am so excited on introducing tonight none other than Tanya Camper. And like all of the women we have celebrated so far, this woman right here, she is dear to my heart. I've been knowing Tanya for a long time. And she is an incredible woman, a woman that sticks to it and she goes for it. And I want all of you to get an opportunity to not only hear her narrative, but also be introduced to someone who's been doing business for a long time. So I need all of y'all. Y'all know what we do. When she get on, I need y'all to say hi to Tanya. So let's introduce Tanya and let's bring her to the screen right now. Well, hello, Tanya.
Hello. Good evening, ladies.
We are grateful, Tanya. We are so grateful for you being with us on Let's Talk with Cynthia on tonight. And as I was sharing with them, prior to you even coming up on the screen, is how long I've known you. I've known you for a very long time. And you are such an incredible woman. And we wanted to celebrate you on today. For being not only a woman, a Black woman in business, but a powerful woman that is doing it really great. And so I want to ask a few questions because I know you, but I want them to get to know a little bit about you. So I want you to really just share with us some of your businesses because you have multiple streams of income and what made you get into business, and then kind of share some other things that you want to share with us.
Okay. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, if it's any gents on the line. A little bit about me for as in business. I am in real estate. I have residential childcare, and I recently opened up a restaurant. Real estate was just, and I always wanted to do. I followed my aunt when I was younger. She always purchased houses, and I just wanted to tag along, walk in the houses, see houses go from nothing to something. So I had an opportunity. I took advantage of it, and I started to invest in real estate. Later on, I had a dream, always had a childhood dream to own a daycare. So got pregnant with my third child, was working at working in the corporate world. So I was looking for daycares and the pricings was pretty high. And I always was thinking, okay, the children going to go to school. My child's going to go to school around other children. And they seem to always have problems at daycares. And I'm going to have to call off the work or whatever. So I looked up near the area where I was working in Montgomery County, and it was really high, like $300 a week. And I'm like, oh, that's a mortgage. So I was talking to my children's father, and I said, listen, daycare is really high. It's going to cost a whole fortune just for us to put him in daycare. And then when he gets sick, I'm going to have to call out of work. So he presented me with opportunities that, well, if you want to resign, I'll serve you. I'm not a person that depends on no one. So I took advantage of the opportunity to resign. However, I wasn't going to stay dependent very long. So I had Devontae, and then I decided that no, I need to be doing something for myself. And I said, this is an opportunity. I can do what I always wanted to do. And that was to have a child care business. But I wanted to specialize in teenage parents because was a teenage parent. I'm sorry, I'm not am. I was a teenage parent. I first, like I said, I resigned, and then I said, okay, well, how are you going to do it? Because I didn't know the first thing of what to do. So I started to research on the internet. I Googled how to start a family daycare and went from website to website to website. However, I gathered a lot of information, learned everything that I needed to do to open a daycare. And a year later, I was a licensed daycare provider in my residential home, which worked out for me because, excuse me, I was able to come home and take care of my child, my baby at that time, and still be there for my other children. Okay, so great success with that business. Been in it for over 15 years. I closed it in March 21st due to COVID, due to open back up December the 7th on Monday. But in between that time, um, I had, by this time I had 4 children. I've been dealing with several issues as being a single mother, raising 4 children alone. My oldest, I was dealing with some issues that, teenagers and young men that can get into. So, okay, let me relax. But I had some issues with him. I'm gonna tell you, I'm sorry, I'm late. I'm leading you guys to how I got to open the restaurant. This situation is still a little fresh and sensitive, so bear with me. I opened the restaurant behind the fact my oldest son, Leverne, which they called him V, he was murdered August the 14th, 2018. So I again wanted to take advantage of an opportunity, and I said, okay, I love to cook. I love to eat. Yes, I do.
And you are a great cook.
Thank you. So when he was murdered, I wanted to do something that his name will last, for a long time. Like we can carry on his name. So I decided, to be honest, it was a myth. I thought about it, and I really didn't have a heart for it because I love the children. So I was more effective with childcare. But that thought, that very mild thought, in a restaurant, I didn't put a lot of energy into it. But once he passed, I gave him. It was a birthday celebration that I did. He would have been 30. So I did a birthday celebration love weekend. And I cooked brunch and I cooked dinner. And I just so happened when I was inviting, I said, let me put it as a delicious brunch. So that's what I did in inviting, the invite out for the brunch. That was in June 23rd, 2019. By July I want to say, I mean, I don't even understand how everything happened, but it happened. And I know it was God because it happened so perfectly ordered. My daughter had looked into restaurants and she said, Mom, here go one for you. When I looked at it and said, wow, this is perfect, I called and they said it was off the market. So I was like, okay, I didn't put too much energy into it. But like I said, July the 3rd, I pulled up to that same restaurant, not looking to go to that restaurant. Just so happened that restaurant was next door to my granddaughter's mother's business. So we looked up and said, Mom, that's the restaurant. I said, wow, they still have the sign up there. So I called, sitting outside. I believe we was waiting for my granddaughter to come out. So I called. They called me back an hour later, made an appointment for me to come 2 hours after that. So I came to the restaurant, which is where we at right now, and everything just was so in order. The guy said, okay, well, if you were able to get it now, do you have XYZ? I said, yes. But let me just tell y'all something. I had no money. I had no money starting out the restaurant business. I had no money starting out the daycare business. I had money starting out the real estate business. So to come back to the restaurants, I had no money really. I had a few dollars that I had saved, and I just was going on faith. It was strictly faith because I didn't want not to act on the opportunity. So I presented myself as I was ready. So the gentleman said, okay, well, send me your license and, do you like it? I walked through, I was perfect. I said, yes. To speed on, I sent him the documents he needed. And by that evening, he was like, it's yours. Okay, now, again, I had not too much money. I had the money to get started. So now I'm freezing up. I'm like, okay, God, if it's meant, let it be. Open the doors for me to do everything I need to do to make it be successful. But if it's not meant, then don't allow nothing to happen. No matter what, don't let it happen. So I proceeded with faith, and I said, now I had an option to pull money from somewhere that I didn't never want to pull money from, but I said, okay, I'm gonna do this, because I prayed and I said I left it with God, I left it in God's hands, and He opened it up and said, well, you got money here. I said, okay. Next up, everything happened in order. We opened up November the 22nd, 2019. We fed the community Thanksgiving dinner, fed the whole community for 3 hours straight till we gave out all the food for free. Thanksgiving evening, we flooded. We had a flood in the basement at the restaurant. So again, I was discouraged. I'm like, okay, God, come on. I don't have no money. I done pulled all the money, put all the money I needed to put in. I had really on spare into the restaurant and on this hat. I know it didn't bring me this far to leave me or to let it come falling down. But if this is your will, fine, let it be. He instantly came to me and said, you have business insurance. Then I said, well, no, this is not my property. Let me call the landlord. So I called the landlord and I told him, I said, listen, this basement is flooded. There's a sewer backup, and it destroyed. Did an office to speed on. It destroyed a lot of stuff in the basement. Food, the walk-in freezer was messed up. They only fixed the sewer. I had to call my insurance, but overall to say, thank God that I had the insurance, because when I
Yeah, we know during times like this that, when stories are going forth and when people are sharing, like Tanya is sharing tonight, we see the enemy is trying to block this because of her transparency. And the things that she's sharing with you and with me right now are some powerful things. She's sharing with us these tools right now to help us. And as she's sharing, we see the enemy is trying to come in to distract us, but we're not going to allow that to happen. Not tonight, not on my watch. Because I understand in some of the things she was sharing with you. She talked about her business with real estate. She talked about her business with daycare, but then she shared with you her business of opening up this restaurant. But she also wants you to know that it's not easy. And even when you go through things, you got to keep going. You can't give up. You have to keep moving forward. You cannot allow anything or anyone to stop you. Right. But what I really want Tanya to share with you is even starting this restaurant in the memory of her son. As a single mother, there were some things she endured. And there are some single parents that are on here today, and even those that will go back and watch and rewatch. She's making a difference in that community. She's feeding people for free. She has always done outreach. She's helping people. There's people who don't have food that can come to that restaurant and get a meal. And I believe that that is what we need to be in the communities we are serving today. Everything is not about money. Sometimes we got to help people. And Tanya, you have done that. for the community where you're sitting. But a lot of people may not know what you've been through, and the violence that's happening in Philadelphia and the surrounding areas all over the world now, but how you were able to take something that was so tragic and turn it into a treasure. And I celebrate you on today because of that. And I just want them to understand, those that are watching, that you keep it going, you keep it moving. And I'm so proud of you because you didn't give up. So I want you to continue to share your story. But I had to share that because I think it's important that we do that. And they're asking, here's a question. Somebody's asking a question. I'm going to put it to the screen. What's the name of your restaurant and your daycare?
Okay. The restaurant, V-Licious Eatery. That's a V as in Victor, V-E-E, Licious Eatery. And my daycare name is Home Away from Home Daycare.
And so Tanya, so let's just talk about what we're seeing in the communities and how your impact. And I want to put up your menu, and I'm going to put this up so that we can kind of share the screen with this, because I'm going to tell you why I love this. You're definitely not allowing his memory to die. And that's what I love. Now, so you have a menu for those not only helping stop the violence in the community, but you're giving them a $5 value meal. And I'm looking at this, I was like, many burgers, any steak, wings, and I know y'all can cook. You got Ed and you and all the chefs that's there. But you're giving it to them at an affordable rate, but you also is making a difference to stop the violence. So let's just talk about that. So talk to me about why you created that.
Okay. That is one of our menus. The Stop the Violence menu, as I said, because my son was murdered, I wanted to do something I could give back to, the communities and also to anti-violence organizations. So I created the Stop the Violence memory of V, and 20% of all the proceeds will go to an anti-violence organization. So I have a anti-violence youth organization that has not been activated yet. So that will be one of the organizations we are going to, donate to make active. And then we will be donating to another organization that's already well established. So, so with me doing that is because, for one, I felt like people, a lot of times it's money issues with people, especially this area. They want to get food, they want to eat good, but they don't want to pay for it. So I said, okay, a $5 value meal. I was going to make it a children's menu, but I said, no, we're going to keep it all connected to the whole purpose of, in the trend of, in the history of this restaurant. Stop the violence, because that's what it's strictly about. My son being murdered by gun violence, and this is how I wanted to give back to the communities of stopping and helping the violence. And where we at is a very high violence area. So, I believe God put me right in this area for that purpose. And the response that we get from the community, we constantly get people come in and just thank us for being here. Not only for being a Black-owned business, not only for having a soul food restaurant and good food, but just because, they come in and say the feeling that they get when they come into the restaurant is warm-spirited. I have conversations with so many different people about, I met several people that's been where I'm at. They lost their children. One, and she lost 3 children. 3 of her sons to gun violence and stuff. So us being here, in this community, I believe is a blessing for me, and it's a blessing for them, because we connect. I'm auntie, I'm mom. I don't even know these guys, but if they feel like that, it's just the connection. I'm okay and I'm open. I also had an opportunity to meet several people that my son, that knew my son. They come in and they know him, and that's a beauty too. Ultimately, having this restaurant allowed me to, I'm going to say, grieve and mourn without depression, because I almost was going down. And God knew. This is why when I was saying earlier about it happened so perfectly, God knew. I was at home with my daycare and I had my worker working for months. I sat on the sofa going down. He said, no, I'm going to put you on go. And ever since we walked into this restaurant, it's been nonstop. So, I mean, I'm so thankful because I didn't have time to go into depression because we're always busy. One thing I want to say that opening any kind of business is not going to be easy.
Right.
So I don't know. Sometimes I ask people, do it look easy? You know, I mean, because the outsiders looking in, I don't complain a lot. And it looked like I'm just flowing. I know when speaking to my child care parents, they be like, Miss Ty, I never thought you went through anything. Oh, yeah? Right in your face. Every day you were coming through here, I probably was going through something and you never knew it.
Right.
But I just would like to let, let anybody that's doing a business or trying to do a business or thinking about a business, is not easy, but don't be discouraged. Right. And don't give up. It's not an easy thing. None of my streams has been easy. Not the real estate, not the childcare, and not the restaurant. But everything works together. Everything has come together to be, just to bounce off of one another. And like I said, going through that tragic situation, and coming into the restaurant was great because it kept me busy. I know you said
you know what, Tanya, what's so awesome about this is because you don't know how many lives you have saved because your restaurant is in a community like that. Mm-hmm. There's so many lives that you have saved because of your presence, and we don't understand the plan of God and why certain things happen. And when I look at the restaurant in the memory of Vern and what you're doing for the community to stop the violence, you're saving lives. When I opened up my restaurant, I did not have any clue that the restaurant was more for my dad than it was for me, because my dad soon died. And I was able to spend every single day with my father. So when you open up a business, it's so much bigger than you. It's for the people that surround you. Yep. It's for you giving your gifts and being able to release those things that God has placed inside of you. And because you say yes, because that community, many people are saying no, they're not coming in that community. But you say yes. I'm coming to a community that needs the love. I'm coming to a community that needs to be treated right and eat good food. Mm-hmm. And you say yes to that. And I'm just, we just never know the plans of God. And even when you start a business, if it doesn't work out, don't give up. Get back in. It's okay. Nothing lasts forever. So you have to be okay with that. And because I've been knowing you for such a long time and I've watched this whole transition, I am just so proud of you. I am so proud of you, your team, your son, your daughter, and everybody, how y'all come together as a unit to make this happen, and the support that you have, and the family that you have, the grandkids, all of my babies, and all of them that say, we're going to get in there, we're going to do it together. And I see that. And that's just so awesome. But if you were to give them like 3 takeaways or some nuggets for them, like today, that you would say, hey, if you want to start a business, these are some of 3 things that you need to first think about before you get into a business. What would be 3 things that you would share with them on today?
Okay, and starting a business, any kind of business, I would say, basically, if you have a vision to start a business, make the decision. Don't waver with the decision. Don't, keep thinking about the decision. Make the decision. Do the necessary work, research, and just implement it. Pray, and pray. That's all I'm gonna say. That's the major right there. That's major. Pray, 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 pray. But don't be discouraged. I'm gonna tell you, like I said, every decision I made to open a business, every time I made the decision, it was 12,000 things that was discouraging me. But had I been attentive to those things, I would never accomplish one. So when I say you have to be focused and make the decision, make a decision, do the research and make the steps. Don't let nothing discourage you or stop you. Like I told you, I had no money.
Right. Don't even let money stop you.
Don't let money stop you. Because something I'm learning is when we ask to be in the will of the Lord, and if we ask him to order our steps and our path, he's already done that. But we have to make the step, the first step into the step, in order for us to know what's the next step. If we're standing back and we like, okay, we scared and fearful to make the first step, then we won't never know what next step that is already prepared for us. So I will tell you again, make the decision, do the necessary research, and implement it. And don't give up no matter what. I'm telling you, you're going to be tested. Tests going to come because that's what the enemy do. He wanted to discourage you. He want to fail you. He wants you to fold because he don't want you to reach success. Don't give up. Keep going and continue to pray, pray, pray.
Oh,
God
that's good.
Give you the strength and give you all the answers you need to go forward. Always, I kind of say, just do it. Just do it.
That's good. So I'm going to put this up to the screen for those who want to really get to your restaurant. Here's the information. Here's the address. Here's their telephone number. Everybody write it down, screenshot it, whatever you need to do. Get there. Their food is incredible. Let's support Black-owned businesses, women doing business well as we're celebrating Tanya on today. I need all of you. Please, please go and support. Go and support. Please do that. I wanted to put that up on the screen. How can they connect with you on social media? So walk me through where you are on Instagram and on Facebook.
Okay. We on Velicious Eatery is on Instagram at Velicious_eatery. And on Facebook, we are at Velicious Eatery.
Excellent. Very good.
We are also on Uber Eats, DoorDash, and Grubhub.
Oh, good. Get your food now. Order your food. Now, Tanya, y'all have some specialties. You know how I am. I like certain things that they always buy. Walk me through some of the menu selections that you have in the restaurant. You know,
that's funny because a lot of our customers come in and say, "What are your specialties?" Everything. Because it's a lot of different things everybody buy. Our rolls, we have shrimp rolls, chicken rolls, soul rolls. We have all the rolls, and not only that, we're over here like it's like Burger King. I tell them we like Burger King. Have it your way. If we can do it, we gonna make it. However you want. So the rolls are our specialties. We have the fried rice bowls, jerk chicken. That's it's a go. Jerk chicken always. We have a special. We do dollar day specials. Like we're running a special now. Our shrimp, they're fresh, baked shrimp. What else? Our salmon steaks. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I say everything because you get the variety of everything. I can't say it's one thing that's just major, other than like our rolls, but it's a variety of different kind of rolls.
That's awesome. So you gotta come. They just gotta come. They gotta come and just be a part of it and experience it. And you have such a variety of them to choose from. So they have an opportunity to be able to taste so many different things. Listen, wait a minute. Linda Brooks said, okay, Uber Eats, yes, she can order some food. Say yes. Well, Tanya, we want to thank you. We want to thank you so much for coming on to Let's Talk with Cynthia on tonight. I love you so much. I am so godly proud of you. I thank God for what you're doing. And you're even at work now. And you took the time to do this interview with me while you were at work. Wait a minute. Evelyn is up here saying, "Got to get those lamb chops." See, yeah. See, Evelyn, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and before you let me go, I need to also give a huge appreciation of my support partner, because Ev has been right there side by side through it all,
awesome.
with me. So, God allowed her to come in my life, and she has made it a lot easier also. And we're praying that in her going forward, she has some visions, and prayerfully with this keeping it real raw and about the business, that she gets some pointers, and then she can walk out on faith. So you guys can keep her in prayer too. But I can't leave her out.
That's beautiful. Why is she putting all the stuff? Look, be free. She's just putting all the food.
Because I didn't name all of that. It would be too much trying to name the whole menu. And by the way, the menu is online. If you go to Google, you can find us on Google. Also, I'm elected. Our menu is on Google. If you Google us, you will be able to access in different websites. Z Menu. There's several ways to get in contact with us. Sometimes if we can deliver, we deliver too. So if it's Uber Eats, DoorDash, and Grubhub is not in your area, do not hesitate to call.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Even if they're not in your area, you can reach out and you can give them a call. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Well, Tanya, thank you again for being a part of Let's Talk with Cynthia. We love you so much. And again, we're so proud, so godly proud of you. And you did such a great job in sharing, being transparent, and giving them some nuggets to remember. Doing business as a woman, the challenges we go through, but one of the things we don't do is that's give up. We keep going. And I just want to thank you again. So I'm going to remove you from the screen so I can make a couple of announcements, and then you and I will chat after we're done. So I'm going to remove you. Well, I tell you, how awesome was that? How many of you were able to receive some nuggets, really, when it comes to doing business? Let me see. Linda Brooks said something. I just want to bring it to the screen. She said, next time I'm going to order, it's from your restaurant. Yes, that's very good. Listen, this is what we're supposed to do. We are better together. We have to support one another, encourage one another, empower one another, so that we can make not only our communities better, but those that are business owners, we can allow their businesses to grow and to soar. And I want to thank all of you for really, really coming on, and those that will come back and watch. Please go and support Tanya Camper and her businesses. Go and support. Now, if you got a baby, you're looking for a daycare, check her out. I'm telling you, this is what we need to do. You don't know until you ask, but now you know you can do some things differently. Just a couple of announcements. All of y'all know that I've been doing my countdown on Instagram, getting ready for the release of the movie. Y'all know the movie getting ready to come out. What's that movie that's getting ready to come out? Yes, The Garden, the story of Adam and Eve from a different perspective. I'm going to put this up on the screen real quick. I need all of you. I need all of you to make sure that you save the date. I need y'all to do me a favor, please. When you see if you saw the trailer, I need you to share the trailer with all of your friends. Do me a favor. I need you to share the trailer. The trailer was released on Thanksgiving Day. I need y'all to just please share. It is going to be on Christmas Day on Amazon Prime. It is going, if you got Amazon, it's free, but we also are going to show it on social media. For those who don't have Amazon, don't worry about it. You'll be able to see it on social media as well. I'm going to try to put it on YouTube also, so that you can actually link that as well to your television. So we're going to make sure we kind of create all these vehicles for you, but you don't want to miss it. On Instagram today, I think as I was doing my countdown, I think it's 22 days before the release. Woo! And y'all know I'm excited about this. Y'all know I'm in my place. For those who know me, they know that this is what I love to do. So if you go in there, our Instagram post today, I gave you a picture, I think, of Kevin and myself behind the scenes. So each day is going to be different pictures and scriptures that I'm going to put up. One of the things I want to teach you is give you the backstory of Genesis chapter 3 to prepare you for the movie. So please, everybody, please, please, please share, and support. And I want to thank all of y'all for coming on tonight with Let's Talk with Cynthia. And until next time, just remember to do everything in decency and in order. I love y'all. I'll see y'all next week.